this is kind of like a part two to the video I made. I forgot about this video. I made it like 2 years ago, but for some reason it's hitting now. Girls don't care what you look like or something. And so then I'm noticing in some of the comments, yeah, they do, man. If you get gains, they ain't gonna get like this, but if you get, look all buff and 6 foot and, whatever the standard is, collective standard. I don't want to be the collective standard. I don't want to have anything to do with collective standards because it's like the wrong frequency. I'm like, yeah. I've said before, my teacher in India told me, he says, if too many collectives mainstream people start giving him attention, he needs to go home and check himself. He's like, something's wrong. That's how I feel. So, and I'm constantly reminding, I guess I have to keep constantly reminding the girls that I'm talking about when I'm referring to good girls, pure girls, it's a very small percent. So the ones that have never met those girls, then all they have to go by are the girls that they've met. And so then, they're right on a certain level. Those bubblegum chewing girls, they care about all the superficial standards and all that. But then I have to ask, why would you want them or care about them or even talk about them? It must be because you think that's all there is. Well, for me, if that's all there was, I just would, like, there's nothing to talk about. Like, who cares? Like, why talk about that? That they like don't exist for me. Like, why am I gonna waste time and thought and feeling talking about that? Well, it must be, if the people keep talking about them, it must mean you want a girl and you're resentful because you can't find any good ones. So then you keep bashing them, saying how stupid they are. And they're doing the same thing to you, by the way. I was gonna say something, but anyway. All right. There's some guys who you think that your mind tells you, and society somehow insinuates that you're not good enough to get a girl. You have too many flaws. Maybe you have disabilities. Maybe you don't look right. Maybe you got scars all over you. Maybe this, maybe that. Yeah. Whatever it is, it can be extreme, or it can be more subtle, or it can just be all in your imagination, actually. You could be perfectly fine and just imagining there's stuff wrong with you, and that's why you're not getting a girl. That's a self-esteem issue. Do semen retention, healthy lifestyle habits, you'll come out of that. Spiritual practice. So what I mean when I say girls don't care about how you look, I'm talking about the higher level, smaller percent girls, which on this channel, that's all I'm talking about. I understand you can't help it. Compare me to others who talk on these subjects because they're talking about mainstream girls. So then automatically you think, since I'm talking about a similar subjects, you relate me to them. It's understandable, but I'm not talking about what they're talking about, even though it looks like I'm talking about what they're talking about. I'm talking higher level, and I'm talking to those who can tune to that, because those are the people like we need to talk to, right? Because where are the videos at for them? There's not many. The collective mainstream is they got us in numbers, and so I'm trying to make balance. When Cupid, God's agent, shoots you and then shoots her, you're going to be attracted to each other, period. It's not going to matter if she's in a wheelchair or you're in a wheelchair, or if you have millions of different diseases or disorders or handicaps that the world has. It's not going to matter. It's like, why? Because previous life connection. You've been with her before on one plane or another. There's instant recognition when you see her and when she sees you. I'm not making it Hollywood. Don't look for that. Then the mind will say, the mind just makes trouble all the time. So I met this girl, and it seemed like then they'll start asking, like, is this a previous life relationship or something? Is this a girl that, I mean, our chemistry was good, but we didn't like say, oh my God, to each other. I don't know. Is it, so don't indulge in the self-talk. But the point is, when the cross currents of the universe bring you two together, okay, nothing can stop what's been written in the book. It's been written in the book that you guys have some kind of relationship. You can't mess it up. I talk to people sometimes in sessions and they say, yeah, but I was doing really good and I like this girl, but then I didn't call her, or I didn't say this, or we were in this situation and I acted like this and I think I messed it all up. No, man, you didn't. It wasn't going to work anyway then. When this connection that I'm trying to talk about, when that's actual, you can't mess it up. And she can't mess it up. And if you do something so-called wrong, you'll make amends and it'll just get fixed. And she'll let it go. There's no like deal breakers. Because like it's written in the script that you guys have a connection and be together. This is what you want. It's what I always wanted. Like I wanted only that level. A deep connection. Not just some superficial connection where if I didn't call her one night, then it's over now because I don't care about it. Like good. If that happens, good. Be glad. You're like, oh good. I save myself a lot of time, and probably money and energy and everything else. You want something that flows. And I'm telling you, there's nothing in you that can there's no defect in you that can screw that up. But do you know that? Do you believe that? Does something in you know that? Or do you think I'm just talking nonsense? That's cool. If I'm talking nonsense, turn the video off. Like, it's easy. That's what I do. If I hear somebody talking nonsense, I'm like, you're talking nonsense, dude. Just do that. But those of you that know that something inside you responds, there's some respondent vibration in you to these words that I'm speaking, then pay attention, because that's the universe trying to tell you to be faithful to this knowledge that you have in yourself. Hold on tight to that. Don't get deceptive. What the hell's the word? Don't fall for these diversions of conditioning from society and just this whole world telling you need to fit this standard in order to have a nice, true, fulfilling relationship. You're going to get tested. The world's here to test you. Can you hold fast to your knowledge, which you really know inside, or are you going to be a victim to your mind? Mind speaks loud. This is why people listen to it. It speaks very loud with its thoughts, and everything the mind's saying is from conditioning that you've learned, and most of it's not true. Actually, most of it's opposite. So people pay attention because it's loud. Are you going to listen to that? Are you going to pay more attention to this inner voice, this soft voice? It's like whispers. That's a spiritual practice, by the way. You just stay tuned inside. When loud is trying to pull you out, say, wait, hold up. Let me go in my room and get grounded. I need to get grounded because this stuff's getting heavy out there, and I'm like starting to feel like I'm losing myself. Let me get grounded. Okay, I'm cool now. All right, let's go. Burn it. Yeah, that's too bad. That's an unfortunate thing because, man, there's 8 billion people in the world. And most people don't have any idea because we're so self-centered. We just look at our own little universe and our own little flaw. Oh, I have a wrinkle. Oh my God. Oh, his hair is... They try to tease me. They say your hair is gray. Oh, wow, you really hurt me by saying that. I like it. It's highlight, right? I got the dirty blonde hair and the gray. It's like a girl told me that. And the necklace. She says, no, it gives you highlights. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Your superficial flaws is no match for the divine connection that's been given to you to have with this other mate, this other person. That will trump these superficial flaws. And you know what? Those people who are in a wheelchair or have had disabilities or handicaps or blind, whatever, man, those people have a depth about them that's super attractive because they've been forced by circumstance to somehow come out of the conditioning of this superficial world that we live in. They've had to. It's like tough training. It's like, call it acid grace. So they've had to find something deeper in them. And so then when you talk to them, man, that's attractive. You start to, your definition of being attracted to somebody starts to change. It starts to get like, go through some alchemic process, gets more spiritualized. You're no longer like, what color hair does she have? How big's her breast? Ooh, yeah. You know, like, it's just silly. We got to go through that a little bit. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong. That's cool. No need to feel shame. If that's the stage, like, let it play out. But at the same time, recognize there's something deeper in you, some higher. Pay attention to your higher self. That's all. And sometimes people say, look, man, but there's younger people on here. Like, they can't do what you're saying. I'm like, I'm not telling you. I'm like, you think I don't know that? I know you can't do what I'm saying. I'm sharing higher ideals that we're all working towards. Isn't that good? Don't you want to like know what? Why don't you want to look at the higher deals? What do? What you feel guilt and shame? Is that why you don't like looking at that? You just want a bunch of people on the same level rehashing the same things over and over again? Don't you want somebody maybe that's already experienced all that and is like crossed to the next level? I always did. All my friends were older. Always. That's why I don't have many now. They're dead. I have a couple friends here. One's 75 and one's 81. They're brothers. We get down. So, what was the point of that? Oh, so you do the best you can do. You be where you're at, and that's what you do. At the same time, like I said, this is a spiritual practice. Pay attention to your higher nature that's kind of guiding you and telling you, like, look, maybe look at things like this, or maybe do this instead of that. This is how we grow spiritually. And then you'll find who you're attracted to is different, man. It's so much more grounding and nourishing when you're attracted to someone's character and level of consciousness, as opposed to their body and what they have on a material level. Gets so boring after a while. There's just nothing there. It's so superficial. It's just like, what does the Bible say? Your house can be built on sand or on rock. Yeah. I think that analogy fits there. When you're attracted to someone's being, their character, what they stand for, that's an eternal attraction. You'll always have a respect and an admiration for that person. Who cares if you get married or not? Just having a being that you can be attracted to like that's a real relationship. That's what you want. Whether or not there's sex, whether or not you get married, whether or not you give each other the label of girlfriend, boyfriend, that's secondary. Like, who cares? Value that level of attraction in relationship. That gives you like oxygen. You want spiritual oxygen. You don't get that from going to clubs and dating sites and getting dopamine hits and having cheap flings and promiscuous sex. Like, that drains you. It gives you a hit in the moment and you feel good, and then you tell your friend, yeah, I got laid last night. Oh, wow, okay. But long term, it just drains you. You want things that give you vitality. And relationships can give you vitality if they're the right ones. If they're not the right ones, they can drain the hell out of you. So in summary, there's nothing wrong with you. Most important is you take care of your character and your consciousness. This is where you want quality. You want quality. That's all that matters. Quality of your being. Whether or not how many gains you got and how you look and how tall you are, like, oh man, it just don't matter. It doesn't matter. But it matters until it doesn't matter anymore. Those of you who read my book, I think you read that chapter in the Autobiography of a Human book, How Do I Look? That's the name of the chapter. And so, if you read that chapter, you know that I know exactly what this stage is when you're obsessed with how you look and superficialism. I haven't met anybody worse than me in that department at that time. I got fired from jobs because I'd stay in the bathroom too long looking at myself in the mirror. It was like some OCD thing. I just couldn't figure it out. Like, I don't know, like, how do I look? I'd stay up all night walking in front of the mirror, checking how I look. I'd go to dressing rooms at the mall and just stay in there, trying to figure out like how these stupid clothes that I'm trying to find that will get me attention from the girls, how they look. My energy never matched that stuff. I couldn't wear them. I didn't like it. But yet, because society conditions you, like, this is the G'd up stuff, you got to wear it. I'm like, okay, I got to wear it, but they suck. And so I was just stuck in a loop, man. I was insane. And that's why I'm qualified to talk about this stuff, because I'm not insane anymore. I still have I'm purposely insane sometimes. That's different. If you're consciously crazy on purpose because it's fun, do it, man. I'm all about that. All right, I'm going to end this. I'll see you.